Ready. Make sure my hair's
Hello,
nice and
everyone.
fluffy.
Yes, making sure our hairs are fluffy. We're live, and I got Kyle Walz with me today. Welcome, everyone, to the
Hey, hey.
sound. All right, Kyle Walz is a singer, songwriter, guitar player. He's got a brand new album, Blood Candy. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your music?
Yeah, sure. Blood Candy that released in February of this year, and
Mhm.
I've been describing it as indie rock and a little bit of pop. I tend to like with a blues song, I'll have kind of a synth bass or something like that, just to change up the typical sound of like a blues form or something like that. But I'm really happy with how all these songs turned out. They're really cool. A lot of introspective and real kind of story type stuff in this batch of songs. The previous album I did, New Vintage, was kind of throwback style stuff, like things that sounded like they were written in the 60s or 70s. So it was cool to do something a little different than that. So very much that alternative indie vibe with Blood Candy.
Yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of the songs on it, and it is a nice mix of the older sounds with the newer sounds, and that's cool.
Yeah,
I believe we share the same DAW. We both use Reason, right?
right.
I love Reason, man. That's my thing.
Yeah, it's like you get infinite equipment. Looking at catalogs as a kid, and getting equipment, you can flip it around, and you got virtual chords. It's like being in your own little shop.
Oh no, it's great, especially when you're an old gearhead like me. I always
Hmm.
love turning the knobs and the graphic equalizers. I mean, there was always that sweet spot you could find. You know what I mean when you played with it enough. It's so much fun, and
Yeah,
it's I don't know. It's not one of the most expensive ones, but it's super high quality, and I'm really into it. It's been my DAW since Reason 3. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
I think I
I
started using it like 4.5, somewhere around there.
I had a
It
brief.
does.
Mhm.
I was gonna brag on it a second. It has better audio quality than Pro Tools. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, if you run it
I
through the
like it.
spectrograph. Yeah. I don't know. It's fun to use. It's really creative. I
Hmm.
like sitting down just playing. Got all those knobs. It's so much fun.
I want to do some Reason live streams. I actually made a scene for it, so I've got it all set up to do it. I just have to come up with some content to do. I'm not really much of a looper in Reason, but when I loop, I usually loop my guitar live, with a
Yeah.
loop pedal kind of thing. But anyway. Let's start talking a little bit about some music reactions. We got some viewers here,
Awesome.
and we've got a Leap Bata coming up for you guys. This one's my choice, okay? I picked this because I just love this song. And it's just such a gorgeous song. Um, and the song, it has the two guys singing in the original version. Are you familiar with this song, of course, Kyle?
What's it called again?
Extreme, More Than Words. I sent you the
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
yeah. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get in chat on my Chromebook with us.
Okay, you're
So
fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get a song on for everybody because man, this is exciting. I just love Elite Bata's fingerstyle guitar playing, and I wanted to start off with that. We got a very cool request coming up for you guys. Next, this one was done in the chat. I'm sorry, in the community post of my page. It's going to be some Isyana Sarasvati coming up for you guys.
oh, nice.
Introducing Kyle. I've only listened to one song, and she was really, really good. So that's coming
She'll
up,
be great.
everybody. Yeah, and so I just my pick first, and then we'll do Kyle's pick, and then we'll do the crowd's pick,
All
and that's
right.
already set in stone. Are you ready to go for a leap here?
I am.
All right. So, everybody, without further ado, music teacher and Kyle Walls react to Alip Bata's fingerstyle acoustic guitar cover of Extreme More Than Words. Here we go! We got the cigarette. I love that already.
gonna be hard not to sing along.
Oh yeah. Gorgeous.
So hard not to sing this.
Totally.
I almost sang it that time. I had to watch myself.
Oh, he's doing the ending. Thank you.
More than
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Man. Dude,
So, have you heard him like vocalize much before?
a little bit. I heard patience.
Okay, I heard toxicity.
I was looking for that. I was having trouble finding it. Did it just like get like banned or something? It wasn't on
Um,
his page.
yeah,
Um,
it's not on his. Someone else, and a commenter said, "Hey, you need to look at it or look for it somewhere else."
yeah.
Um, but that was really really neat. I like the like you mentioned, doing the ending of the song. That's one of those songs that people always forget the ending, kind of like the song Amy. That song,
Kopi Manakopi,
Amy.
everybody. Dude,
man top.
that song is one of those songs that was just murdered by radio edits. And I'm not trying to say that the song wasn't good with the radio edits, because it was. But like the original album cut ending of that song is just virtuosically written. The guitar and Alip just freaking nailed that, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping for that. I was hoping that he didn't end it early, like on the album, or on the radio version, the video version, because just imagine the gift of being this young guitar player and seeing it on MTV, seeing the song and him doing this cool guitar and the two guys singing, and then going out and buying it, and it's like this crazy ending with all these gorgeous harmonies, this negative harmony, and this crazy tapping run, and it's, oh man. Yeah. And I was just like, whoa, this band is way better than like what the TV is showing them to be, and that's shitty. Right. But I mean, that happens a lot, you know. Just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I got my coffee, everybody. Let's get stoked. I'm up for sponsorship, everybody. Stoke cold brew, get stoked. That's right.
You got the invisible coffee again, yeah.
Like invisible coffee, it's Stoke. Invisible coffee, it's Stoke. But it could be any brand, like, you know.
Yeah.
I would probably even do it for like free coffee.
Yeah.
All right. I'm doing this. I was telling you in the pre-show, I'm doing this crazy juice fasting right now, and I can only have liquids. And so, like coffee, this is my cheat, guys. This is the one thing that I can have that I'm probably not supposed to be having. I'm having water and coconut water, and then all this like juicer mastitized fresh juice. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I don't know. I feel both like terrible and incredible at the same time. It's really weird.
It's a good spectrum, good and terrible.
Yeah, well, yesterday I felt pretty terrible, but today I feel better. I have more energy today. Yesterday was the first complete full day, sun up to sundown, without any solid food at all. So that was kind of rough. But man, dude, I have a soft spot in my heart for that song, and Alip just freaking nailed it, man. I'm glad I picked that one, because that was a really, really good choice.
Yeah, the guitar player for Extreme, Nuno Betancourt. I mean, in guitar circles, he's kind of godly, like Steve Vai or Yngwie Malmsteen. Outside of guitar circles, a lot of people don't know him. And he's somebody, if you know a little bit about music, just how he puts things together, and you can hear it in Alip's version of the song. It's just masterful music, you know, and it's so nice to listen to. You know, so pretty, so well put together.
Yeah, and I was so grateful that he did the whole thing. I already said that, but just for anybody that's new, the ending was just spot on, man. All right, guys. So we're gonna have Kyle's choice probably be third, because I've already queued up and got ready our fan choice. So we have an update to the way the Sound Live works. Because it's a live show, we're adapting, right? That's what we do. You live and you learn and you grow and you adapt. So this was on my community post. Whenever I set up a live stream with a guest, I'm going to put up a post in my community and say, hey, what do you guys want me to react to with my guest? And so the top one gets it. And they also get a special shout out. So special shout out, everybody, to Kat Kuching, Kucing. Kat Kuching requested Isyana Sarasvati, Il Sogno. Now, there's a whole bunch of requests for this one, a whole bunch of them, and I showed. I was first time introducing myself and Sarah to Isyana Sarasvati, and it was nuts. We really enjoyed it. The restream hasn't come out for that yet, I don't think, but man, it was really good. Jennifer was with us too. Yeah, it was really fun. And there's a little bit of a warning on this video. It says, warning, The following video contains flashing lights and may potentially trigger seizures for people with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, that's pretty intense, man.
When you do that voice, I always want to call you Dungeon Master Matt and get out my D20. It's like, I'm ready. Let's go to battle.
Yes, and now we are going to go down to the dungeon of Hell's Forge. Yeah,
fun,
man. I love doing the funny voices, man. And you know, I teach voice lessons, and I one of my favorite students to get is like the comedian that wants to get better at doing funny voices, right? Like that's one of my seriously because it's just a totally different exploration, treating vocal lessons, you know what I mean, in from that light. Right, you know what I mean? Like I still teach them how to sing scales and stuff because they got to learn that. But like it's not, the focus isn't as much on the tuning, the focus is more on the tone and inflection, right? Because it really helps a comedian to be able to throw a couple of bars here and there if they got a good voice to, you know what I mean?
Well, and I was thinking as you were saying that, how many comedians can sing pretty decent? Right? I don't know if you're familiar with Richard Cheese. He's a comedian.
I love him.
Oh yeah, I mean and the way he sings, it's so powerful and rich.
My wife introduced me to Richard Cheese. She loved him before she found me, and then we were listening to it. You know, back early in our dating, and we actually were going to go to see one of his shows in Orlando a couple years ago. Yeah. But it was a made for family show. And so he wasn't even going to be doing swearing or anything. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, that was like kind of the whole point of like, you know, hearing him doing like Down with the Sickness or something. We should react to Richard Cheese on the sound, man. That'd be awesome. Well, that's a good suggestion.
If you hadn't have mentioned that you'd heard him before, I was definitely going to introduce that. So.
Oh, he's good, man. Yeah. All right.
So.
Do you have Isyana all queued up, ready to go, my friend?
Yes, I do, man.
All right. So I'm not going to tell you anything about this because I didn't know anything going into my first time hearing this artist, and I was really impressed. And I really don't even know what to say because this could be completely different. Let's just say it was really good. So, without further ado, music teacher and Kyle Walz react to Isyana Sarasvati, Il Sogno, official music video, and I apologize if I didn't say any of that correctly. So, are you ready, Kyle?
Yes.
Here we go! Warning.
Every second when I'm dreaming, I feel it all
Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, that was so interesting. Did you happen to look at the description as that was playing?
No, no, I was just listening and monitoring the stream.
Yeah. Well, because the way it is for me, I can see the description, and it says it's a song she wrote, trying to make sense of the meaning of her dreams.
Mm.
And so that was kind of interesting to, look at that. I kind of clicked into English teacher mode a little bit, thinking about, the symbolism and imagery and, what some of the metaphor might be. I didn't expect the metal part. As it was going along, I was kind of getting like if Bjork did some operatic stuff. That's the vibe I was getting. And then the guitar riff started kicking. I'm like, okay. But the way it was mixed reminded me of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
It has that metal energy, but all the other instruments of the orchestra are there and present. I thought that was a really good job of mixing. That the metal guitar didn't come in and, I'm a guitar player. We have our amps too loud. We're always annoying. So that was nice.
You see, the problem with guitar players, okay? See, I play saxophone and sing, and I play guitar too, but I like to wear earplugs when I do gigs because it helps me hear my tuning on my saxophone and my singing better, right? Yeah. And then I don't need to be as loud on the stage. So a lot of guitar players, they don't do that, and they blow their ears out. And so then they're like always turning their amp up because their ears are getting tired. And anyway, I think that's just, guitar player disorder because, like it's my ears are incredibly sensitive. I was doing some studio work earlier, working on a mashup and with Sarah and my ears were getting tired real quick, like about an hour, and I was ready to take a little break, but man, I do love playing guitar. But dude, that artist, man, I don't know if that's a band or if that's just a solo artist with an incredible production team, or I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
it's freaking cool though. I really like it.
That was so neat. I mentioned Bjork, and even though it's been a hot minute, I used to be really into Bjork. I love what she was doing in the 90s. And, I listened to the singer, that artistic vision, like a lot of songwriters, you go to write a song, it's like, oh, here's some cool words, here's a clever phrase or something like that. But then there's people that take that many steps beyond. It's like, I have a vision. I want to take you somewhere. Mm-hmm. And you really got that sense of pulling the audience into some other place. Visually, sonically, everything was really cool for this video. That was a lot of fun to watch and think about.
It was like a roller coaster ride. The video was so intense. I can see why they put a warning at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not epileptic.
Yeah. Me too. When you felt bad, it's like, what happened to Kyle? But yeah, you mentioned a roller coaster because you have that obvious imagery going through. But I like how it wasn't like the typical roller coaster. Hey, here we are, we're at a station. It was like a whole other thing. You had lots of other movement. You had much displacement of reality, and that was a lot of fun. I could be very artistically nerdy for the next half hour if you need me to be, but
thank you. I'm shouting out thank yous to subscribers. Oh, yeah. Yay!
Oh, cool. Oh, I see him. I'm trying to look at the camera when I'm talking instead of looking at the chat over here. So that's cool. I like your
great,
zombie.
Man. Thank you. Yeah, the zombie was just default, but it's cool, so I'm leaving it. Yeah. Yeah, the zombie's cool. All right, so next we got Kyle's Choice. Thank you again for subscribing. So next we got Kyle's Choice. Go ahead and get that queued up and ready, and then you can introduce it when you're ready. But just some final words here about Isyana Sarasvati. Approved artist now. I've seen 2 songs. I loved them both. So if you guys want me to do another introduce, maybe Sarah tomorrow or whatever, go onto my community post, okay? And find the one for tomorrow, 420, right? Find the post and then comment. blah, 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 blah. And then get your buddies to go and like that comment and comment, yes, do this one, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to try to do at least one special shout out per live show. So that way you guys are always getting something. Okay? I really appreciate you guys taking the time to suggest stuff. And this is the best, most efficient way for us to organize the show and have it be awesome and fun. So, are you ready, Kyle, to take over the show?
Oh, yes, I am. So, are you familiar with Scary Pockets?
Oh, yeah. I like them.
Yeah, every once in a while, it seems about every year and a half or so, I run across something that they cover in their awesomely funktastic style. And then I have to listen to 8 a dozen more songs because it's just so much fun. I always like the array of musicians they have. In this particular one, they are covering Wonderwall by Oasis. Arguably Oasis's top song. I mean, there's probably 2 others that you could say are their top song. But what got my attention in this video, why I'm sharing it with you, is the guitar player near the front of the screen. With the darker shirt on, not the red shirt. He's actually an Australian musician, and I'm gonna missay his name, Ray Thistlewhite. He was in I just forgot the name of the band, Thirsty Merc. I don't know if you remember them from the early 2000s. But he's someone else. I'm gonna share some more music from him on another reactions with you in the future. Because he's a dope musician. He's got style, and he's got a lot of talent when it comes to writing and performing.
Absolutely. This is fun, man. I listened to some Scary Pockets stuff. I like how they kind of freshen things up and they make it funky, but it's not like a really aggressive funky. It's not like, like the punky funky, like maybe like Red Hot Chili Peppers or something. I guess the Chili Peppers have some smooth stuff too. Don't get me wrong. They have a lot of really good funky smooth stuff. All kinds of stuff. But I don't know. Like they have like a classy vibe to the way they do their covers. The Scary Pockets is a really, really good name for the band because that's what they do. They make these pockets that are just, they're like sick, and so the groove just makes you, it's infectious. It makes you want to move along. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about Wonderwall. Okay, so this is an interesting song for me because it came out at a period of time in my life where I had my first really, really serious girlfriend. Okay, and we were getting along pretty good, and then she fell in love with this song, and then it wasn't long after that she was obsessed with it, and within a week or two she dumped me, and it was so I really don't like this song. I never liked it. I actually have a pretty solid disdain for it in my heart because of the situation, and it's not the song's fault. It's not the song's fault. So the fasting that I'm going through is a time of healing. It's a time of cleansing and purifying. And so it's just so funny how the synchronicity of the universe would bring you to choose this song, but in a way that I can already tell that I'm going to have my vision of this song is going to be somewhat healed by it. I can tell you that without even hearing it, just because I know Scary Pockets is that good.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a similar story. Unfortunately, not with the song, but I mean, the topic of the story is the same. This girlfriend I had my senior year of high school, and I moved from St. Louis to some smaller town in the state right before senior year. I had long hair, played guitar, and rode a skateboard. I was a complete alien to this little town I moved into. So this girlfriend I had, we went out for, 5-6 months, something like that. And she wanted to cut my hair. I thought, hey, she's into me. We've been together 6 months. That's a long time when you're 17. So she cut my hair. And then we're talking. And I said, hey, Gwar. I don't know if you remember the band Gwar. They're going to be in St. Louis. Chili Peppers are going to be in St. Louis sometime. It would be so much fun to go see Gwar live. And the next day she broke up with me. It's your taste in music, I can't deal with it anymore. I'm are you serious? Just because I wanted to go see a band. Oh my gosh. So, and I never have seen Gore live. I would still go now, even though I'm old and stuff. I mean, but yeah, that's I was
I just
every once
remember
in a while
that for Beavis and Butthead.
yeah.
I used to watch that, and then they would always cut to like videos like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Beavis. Cool.
I was student teaching when Beavis and Butthead was a thing, and the kids would do that, and then I'd sit around, like sneak up behind, and go, yeah, yeah, and they go,
Shut up,
wait,
Butthead.
oh, it's like it's that one dude. He's supposed to be a teacher.
All right. So back to reality. Let's go ahead and get this queued up. Are you all ready to go with this? I'm excited. Okay, these guys rock. Without further ado, music teacher and Kyle Walz react to Wonderwall Oasis Funk cover by Scary Pockets featuring Darren Criss. Here we go!
Ooh, recognize that groove?
It's scary.
It's almost like a mashup.
I like the effects on his vocal.
Yeah.
Backbeat, the wood is on the street, that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it out. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. About you now.
I love watching this bass player.
And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how.
I love that.
I don't know how. 'Cause maybe, oh, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all,
Such a cool way to
you're my wonderwall. Let me tell you that today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. You know.
Yeah.
And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. Oh, 'cause there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Oh, I don't know how. But maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Baby, let me tell you that maybe, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Tell me, Ryan, you're my wonderwall.
Guitar solo. Song redeemed. That's all it took.
Wow. I love well, you mentioned Scary Pockets. I'll take that lead.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that don't know music, like a pocket is like when you fall into that groove.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a term musicians like if you're a pocket player, like you're just right on it. There's a joke about, if you know a little bit about music, you can look up the joke about bass players being in the pocket and stuff like that. So the name of the band, Scary Pockets, means that their groove is just so deep and wonderful. It's scary, and that's a very cool name. But just wanted to mention that with to anybody that doesn't know music. To me, what makes them so cool is when you hear the drummer is playing a super basic beat. And I mean this in a very complimentary way, which a lot of musicians will pick up on.
Anything flashy? No.
Yeah, he's like Ringo.
Mm-hmm.
He's keeping the time. Where the funk comes from is the interplay between the organ player and the bass player mainly, because they really like how the beat is going, and they come in right in the middle. I mean, and not even like usually when you count music, doing this for non-musician people, you go like 1 E and 1 2 E and and so on like that. Mm-hmm. And they're coming in at really weird kind of swing times, and it is so fun to kind of dance. I mean, it's hard to not move, when you hear that.
I immediately started,
yeah. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Turn that up.
And one of the things that's so good about Scary Pockets is that they know what not to play. Like there was one time in the chorus, right? The bass player, was doing, like this is so cool. Yeah. Like the little 3, but like if he would have done that every time it repeated, it would have been stupid. Does that make sense? Like, right. The fact that he just did it that one time, it made it super unique and special, and it would have fit every time. It's not like it would have been like, oh, that doesn't, like, musically work there. Like, the puzzle piece just doesn't fit. But it's just like, one of the things that's so good about Scary Pockets is that they know, each of them, where to put their little moment in, and right. then... And when somebody else is having their little moment. And man, I really love that singer. That was like, if you were gonna like sell me on a revamp of that song, that's the way to do it, man. It was smooth and soulful, and like I love when he went up into his head voice and he was like, whatever. It was so cool.
Right.
I thought that was sweet.
Yeah, it's like you said, soulful. It was like a very soulful pop singer, with the runs and everything. But he sang it in a way that totally wasn't pop. I mean, it was something you could really get a sense of his skill. I almost forgot to whatever you just mentioned. Made me think of this. Mm-hmm. Did you catch what song they were playing at the beginning of this? When I said, "Hey, did you catch that groove?" They're playing "Use Me" by Bill Withers. If you listen to the organ part of it, I'm sure you know that song, but the way the organ part kind of goes, they're playing Bill Withers and kind of mashing it up. It mutates from that a little bit more as they progress the song. But yeah, check out the beginning sometime if you think of it, because it's Bill Withers. It's like you're expecting this, like hearing it. I was thinking the singer's going to go. I'm trying to think of the first name of that song, "My Brother."
I love when song arrangers, take and do that. Take and use music as a clay. That's cool. I mean, because why not? Right. I mean, it's just about the groove to start off. So you know what I mean? Like any groove that gets into it, that's actually probably better, because if they had started off like I'd probably been like, turn this off. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they didn't at all. Like it was totally. That's right. I got my coffee right here. Speaking to my chatters, I'm sipping on my Stoke. But yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Scary Pockets rocks, man. I've been subscribed to them for a long time. I was subscribed to them before I was like actually trying to like have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Oh, They're good, dude. They're really good.
Yeah. Have you heard the kind of meme about the organ player? Do you know the guy from Vsauce?
Vsauce.
Yeah, he goes like this. Vsauce Michael here. And he starts every video like that, and he does kind of like science, type things, like how big is infinity or something like that. He looks so much like the organ player. And what I think it was maybe a comment or maybe something on Reddit I saw. It's like, hey, look, the Vsauce guy is in a band. So I had to throw that in there just in case.
All right. Do you want to do one? You have time for one more?
Yeah.
All right. I want to do this one. This one was one that I wanted to do anyway. I was thinking about having you do. Having you do some Arion, but honestly, I think we should do this because This will be really cool. So let me get this going. This was actually just came up in the chat. It was something that I wanted to do anyway, and so that's why it's being picked. It's from a trusted source. And so trusted sources are good. Oh, Montapa Leapers! Kopi Monokopi! We're going to have some Alip Bata here. We're going to do the fingerstyle cover of The Final Countdown. Sorry, I'll be doing that all day.
Acapella Matt.
Acapella collabs.
Yeah. That's awesome,
It's
man.
fun. It's music, man. Music is awesome. Yeah. So, looks like we got this set up here. Leapers. Montop, Kopi Monokopi. We did. Wasn't it last time we did Carrie, right?
Yeah.
So this is some more of that Europe stuff, right? Am I correct? Yeah. All right. So, Salama Leapers, health and long life. Are you ready, Kyle?
Yes.
All right. So without further ado, music teacher and Kyle Walz react to The Final Countdown fingerstyle cover by Alip Bata. Here we go! That's so cool. so seamless.
Yeah.
That was awesome bridge. That was really awesome. I
I like
love
that.
that. I mean, like, if you know that song, then I mean, it's like how. I mean, he arranged all of that. There's just so much music in there, man. Like all the going off and all those crazy bridges, and he got it all. I mean, it's
Yeah.
oh man, it's taking my breath away a little bit, because
Yeah. What
awesome.
got me from a guitar player standpoint is a lot of times when he takes and other fingerstyle players do this. It's not
Hmm.
a knock or anything. A lot of times pop songs, when you have the chords, the melody notes are really close. So when you're
Hmm.
watching someone play, trying to get this on a screen,
Hmm.
you hold some strings down and you're doing the rest with your fingers. You move you change position. And this is one where his fingers are spread out a lot more, and that's always a little
Hmm.
bit more difficult. And then the position changes. I was going to point out there's one part I forget. It didn't seem like it happened too many times in the song. It's like maybe a third of the way through, where on the thicker strings on a guitar, when you move your hand up the neck, it usually squeaks. And as a
Hmm.
guitar player, especially fingerstyle and classical, you go to crazy lengths to practice avoiding those squeaks. A lot of times, if you see fingerstyle players and classical players live,
Hmm.
they'll wipe their forehead a lot, like as they're playing. They'll quickly, do this stuff. And the reason why is the oils off your face help your fingertips squeak less on the strings. And that's a weird little guitar player thing.
I
And of
never knew
course,
that.
yeah, that's yeah. If you see the videos of like David Russell or Julian Bream or John Williams, and they quickly get their forehead, that's what they're doing because you're trying not to get squeaky. And plus, it helps your fingers not stick to the strings too, because Segovia was famous for soaking his hands in water before he played.
Mm.
But anyway, getting back to that, I like how there was a time or two he chose the bend but he mainly chose to change the notes by moving quickly back and forth over the fret. And that's always an interesting arrangement choice, because that makes the notes a lot more definite instead of sliding up and down in pitch like that. It's more well tempered. Because as I was watching it and listening, I was thinking, well, that's interesting to do that. I wonder if he's going to bend. And I think it was just kind of in the bridge section. He had that one main bend. So that was cool to see some different variety. And that's what always gets me, because a lot of times as a songwriter, you get stuck in your patterns. And he's always seems to be very aware of the patterns and trying something a little different. And that's something to admire,
Yeah, and he was doing a lot of the percussion with the pinky, the pinky nail on the pick guard, and it wasn't loud. So like you might not have even like heard it. I mean you could hear it, but I mean like it didn't stick out. It was never a dominant thing, but it just kept it going in such a way that it helped to create the themes, because like I was saying, all those transitions were seamless, going from the vocal part and then immediately transitioning back to the theme, like without, I mean, and then some of those cadences, right? You know what I'm talking about? Right? With all those chord changes, right? Change, right? And so he's changing all his, and then just like instantly, like it was like nothing. I just I can't. I've done like 20 videos to this guy now, man. I don't even know. It's insane. Like I still get
more.
I keep getting like. You know how when you go to a party or like a rave or dance party or like any kind of party where everybody's having lots of fun, you're having lots and lots and lots of fun, you're smiling too much, right? So then you get the cheeks hurting, right? I listened to a leap, and dude, like by the end, like I'm smiling, and so if I listen to like 4 or 5 a leap, by the end of a live stream, we have so much fun, man. My cheeks are hurting. I'm like, this is cool,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so much fun, It's definitely Kopi Monokopi, everybody. I got my cold brew right here. I love my coffee. Actually,
type that in chat, and I need to look. Oh, I misspelled it that time. I had it right the first time.
Man. This is so much fun here. So we're about 55 minutes, looks like. So what do we want to do right now? We got to tie things up, or do you want to do one more?
We got to drop off my wife's car tonight, so I better wrap it up.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Just so we can get there.
That's cool. So, well, it's always great to have you on, Kyle. You have such an interesting perspective, and I like your singing and your songwriting and your guitar playing. I love having you on. You have great comments, man. Congratulations on cracking 7,000 subscribers, man. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, a lot of them come from our collaborations and stuff. So thank you. It's always fun working together and growing together too.
Yeah, and we're getting a good workflow going now. It's starting to be really smooth, and I really appreciate your help with the admin there. You're doing a good job making sure everything's clean. I'm keeping an eye on it here on a second computer too. But this funny story about the second computer, it actually had a drink spilled on it, so I can't type. Like there's like a whole bunch of keys that don't work, like the space bar. So I can keep an eye on it, and it's a touch screen, so I can report people and block them, and I can do all that. But I just can't like Kopi Monokopi because the I doesn't work, the L doesn't work, the space bar doesn't work. It's
oh man,
it works good as a monitor.
Yeah, I see kids at school because we use Chromebooks, and something will happen, like the same thing. They'll spill something on it. And I forget one kid. It's like almost all the vowels were broken, and so they figured out like a way that they could change. I forget what setting. It was crazy what they had to go through just to type a sentence. I'm like, man, you need to get this fixed. This is, I don't know how you can do that. It was crazy.
Just use an on-screen keyboard, but that's annoying.
Yeah,
that's really annoying though. You click in on it or with your finger. Yeah, it's just not. It's not the same as typing when you're doing it like this on the screen. It's not.
Yeah.
Tangent alert, everybody. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much, Kyle, for being here with me. We did some really great reactions, had a great time, and you're always welcome on the show. I haven't done much of that YouTuber stuff this time, so I got to do it now. Please like, share, and subscribe, everybody. We're growing really fast here at Matthew's Music Lesson Studio, and I'm super grateful for every single one of you guys. You're awesome. Live streams are coming, so every time I schedule, I'm going to put a community post. The most effective way, besides Patreon, the most effective way to get your reactions on the live show is to comment on the posts. You pay attention to the posts, I pay most attention to the posts. But then, of course, Patreon too, patreon.com/Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Once you join, you can message me on there, and then you get even more voting power, 10 times the voting power, in fact. So go ahead and join for the X. I saw this band one time called Static X. It was like X, X. It was fun. I liked them.
Yeah.
But that was like their line. It's X.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We're seriously in about an hour, so we'll see you guys next time on